Imagine you are holding a single chocolate chip cookie. It is small, it is delicious, and it contains exactly 600 calories. To the average person, that is just a snack. But to your metabolism, that is a debt that must be paid.
To burn off that one cookie, you would have to step onto a treadmill, set the speed to a grueling sprint, and maintain that pace for 55 straight minutes. Think about that. Nearly an hour of your life spent sweating and gasping for air, with your heart hammering against your ribs and your muscles screaming for mercy, just to neutralize a single snack that took you 30 seconds to eat. This is the cardio trap. Most people believe that fitness is a suffering contest. They think that if they are not dying in a pool of sweat, they are not losing weight. So they join CrossFit, they do high-intensity interval training, they push their bodies to the breaking point, and yet 6 months later, they look exactly the same in the mirror. They are exhausted, their joints ache, and that stubborn tire around their waist has not budged an inch. The truth is simple. You cannot outrun your fork. The math of human movement versus modern caloric density simply does not add up. But while you cannot outrun your diet, you can outsmart your biology. I have developed a walking protocol called Bro Unlock. It does not rely on the misery index. Instead, it uses a biological glitch in the human metabolism to bypass your body's defense mechanisms and melt belly fat without you ever breaking a sweat. Give me the next few minutes and I will save you 10 years of wasted cardio.
Chapter 2: Why Your Belly is a Jerk.
To defeat the belly, we first have to understand why it is such a jerk. Why is it that when you diet, your face looks gaunt, your arms get smaller, and your collarbones pop out, but that lower ab fat refuses to leave? It is not because you are lazy or genetically cursed. It is a survival mechanism. Back in 1997, a landmark study by Dr. Bouchard discovered that fat cells are not just storage bags. They are controlled by receptors. Think of these receptors like light switches that tell the fat whether to stay or go. There are two main types you need to focus on. Beta receptors are the green lights. When adrenaline hits a beta receptor, it unlocks the fat cell and releases energy into the bloodstream to be burned. You have a high density of these in your face, your chest, and your arms. That is why those areas lean out first. Alpha receptors are the red lights. When hormones hit these, they do the opposite. They tell the cell to lock the doors, shut down the release of energy, and hold on to that fat for dear life. Here is the alpha trap. The subcutaneous fat covering your abs has a significantly higher ratio of these red light alpha receptors compared to the rest of your body. Evolution put them there to protect your vital organs from starvation. Your body wants to keep that fat. And here is where 99% of people fail. When you do high-intensity cardio like sprinting or burpees or grueling circuits, your body enters a fight or flight state. You release massive amounts of stress hormones, specifically adrenaline and cortisol. While adrenaline might hit the green lights in your arms, it hits the red lights on your belly. Even worse, chronically high cortisol levels have been scientifically linked to increased abdominal fat storage. By killing yourself in the gym, you are chemically signaling your belly fat to stay exactly where it is. You are literally working harder to stay fatter. Chapter 3: The Lipid Oxidation Zone. To fix this, we need to move the body without stressing the body. We need to enter the lipid oxidation zone. Imagine your body has two fuel tanks. Tank A is filled with high-octane rocket fuel. This is glycogen, which is stored sugar. Your body uses this when you sprint or lift heavy because it burns fast and hot. Tank B is a massive oil tanker. This is your body fat. Your body prefers to use this for slow, low-intensity tasks that last a long time. A major meta-analysis in 2021 titled Slow and Steady or Hard and Fast analyzed 54 different studies to settle this debate once and for all. The result? High-intensity cardio burns mostly sugar. Low-intensity cardio, specifically walking, burns mostly fat. Your body does not care about your effort. It cares about fuel efficiency. When you run, you burn the sandwich you ate for lunch. When you walk, you burn the fat stored on your hips from 3 years ago. This is the Zone 2 hack. By keeping your heart rate in a specific range where you can still hold a conversation, your cortisol stays low. This means those red light alpha receptors on your belly do not get triggered to lock down. Meanwhile, your fat oxidation hits 100%. Simply strolling to the mailbox will not give you a six-pack. You need a protocol. We call this insulin stacking. Fat loss is biochemically impossible when insulin is high. Insulin is a storage hormone. When you eat insulin, spikes to store that energy. We want to switch your body back to burn mode as fast as possible after every meal. A study in the journal Diabetes Care found that walking for just 10 minutes immediately after a meal creates a massive improvement in blood sugar control. This leads to step 1, the postprandial trigger. Your new rule is the 10th of October 2010 rule. 10 minutes of walking immediately after breakfast. 10 minutes immediately after lunch. 10 minutes immediately after dinner. That is 30 minutes of movement a day. You do not even have to change into gym clothes. By doing this, you are blunting the insulin response. You are forcing your body to use that food for immediate movement instead of shipping it off to your gut to be stored as belly fat. Chapter 5. Becoming a NEAT freak. Next, we need to talk about NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This represents the calories you burn just living, fidgeting, standing, pacing, moving. Research shows that the metabolic difference between a naturally skinny person and an overweight person often is not their time in the gym, it is their NEAT levels. The variance can be as high as 2,000 calories a day. To unlock your metabolism, you need to become a NEAT freak. Here are 3 lazy hacks to get 2,000 extra steps without trying. The parking lot rule. Stop circling the gym or the grocery store for the closest spot. Park at the very back of the lot. It saves you the stress of traffic and adds 400 steps round trip. The pacer. Never sit down while you are on the phone. If you get a call, stand up, pace around the room like a movie villain plotting a scheme. You can easily clock 1,000 steps on a 10-minute call. The elevator kill switch. Unless you are going up to the 50th floor, take the stairs. Stair climbing burns calories 3 times faster than flat walking. If you apply the postprandial trigger in these NEAT hacks, you will hit 8,000 to 1,000 steps a day, almost by accident. You will not feel like you have worked out, but your body will feel the constant demand for energy. For those of you who are impatient, the ones who want the six-pack in 12 weeks, not 12 months, you need to meet the king of fat loss, the incline. Walking on a flat surface is great. Walking on an incline is nuclear. Biomechanically, walking at a steep incline doubles the metabolic demand without the joint-crushing impact of running. It forces your glutes, your hamstrings, and your calves to work in overdrive to fight gravity. You have probably seen the 3rd of December 2030 trend on social media, 12% incline. 3 speed, 30 minutes. It went viral for a reason. It works. It burns nearly the same amount of calories as a moderate jog, but keeps you in that cortisol-safe fat oxidation zone. A critical warning. I see people doing this wrong every single day. Do not hold on to the handrails. The moment you grab the rails and lean back, you are cheating physics. You are offloading your weight from your legs to your arms, turning a 12% incline into a 2% incline. If you cannot do 12% without holding on, drop it to 8%. Let your arms swing. Form is everything. Chapter 7. The kitchen reality. We need to have a serious conversation now. The fun part is over. You can walk to the moon and back. You can do the incline until your legs fall off. But if you eat like a raccoon in a dumpster, none of this matters. Remember that cookie from the beginning. It takes you 60 minutes to walk off 300 calories. It takes you roughly 45 seconds to eat 300 calories of peanut butter. A single healthy smoothie or a frappuccino can contain 500 to 800 calories. That is over 2 hours of walking gone in 5 minutes. You cannot outwalk the fork. Many people use walking as an excuse to eat more. They think I hit 1,000,000 steps today. I deserve this pizza. No, you do not. Think of it this way. Your diet is the engine. Walking is the turbocharger. The turbo makes the car go faster, but if there is no gas in the engine or if the engine is flooded, you are not going anywhere. To make the Bro Unlock protocol work, you need to be in a slight caloric deficit, roughly 300 to 500 calories below your maintenance level. Combine that with the protocol and the fat will literally have nowhere to hide. Chapter 8, the 1-2 Week Roadmap. Let us put this all together into a plan you can actually execute. Do not try to change everything overnight. Success is built on layers. Phase 1, the warm-up, weeks 1 to 4. Do not worry about 1,000,000 steps yet. Simply find your current baseline. Open the Health app on your phone and see what your daily average is. Now add 2,000 steps to that number. Focus purely on the postprandial trigger. Just get in the habit of moving for 10 minutes after you eat. This builds the neurological pathway of action after consumption. Phase 2, the stack, weeks 5 to 8. Now we turn up the heat. Aim for a strict minimum of 8,000 steps every single day. No excuses. Rain, shine, or busy schedule. This is where you implement the neat hacks, the parking lot rule, the phone call pacing, the stairs. You are training your subconscious to seek movement. Phase 3, the shred, weeks 9 to 12. This is God mode. You are hitting 1,000 to 12,000 steps a day. On top of that, you are adding in 2 or 3 incline walking sessions per week at the gym. At this point, your insulin sensitivity will be through the roof. Your clothes will be hanging off you, and your friends will start asking what secret pill you are taking. Chapter 9, the psychology of the walker. We live in a world that fetishizes suffering. We are told that results only come from the grind, the hustle, and the pain. That is a lie designed by people who want to sell you expensive gym memberships and pre-workout supplements. The most effective path is almost always the most sustainable one. Walking is the oldest human movement pattern. It is what we were designed to do. It clears your mind, it lowers your blood pressure, it saves your joints, and yes, it shreds belly fat better than almost anything else. The runner usually quits after 3 weeks because their knees hurt or they burn out. The walker wins the race because the walker never stops. The 7-day challenge. I do not want you to worry about a year from now. I want you to commit to the next 7 days, track your steps, do your 3-1-0-minute post-meal walks, park at the back of the lot. That is it. Come back in 1 week and share your results. You will be shocked at how different you feel. Your energy will be up, your bloating will be down, and for the first time in a long time, you will not feel like a slave to the treadmill. Walking is only half the battle, though. You also need the right nutrition to match your efforts. I am currently preparing a detailed breakdown of exactly what to eat to accelerate fat loss alongside this protocol. Make sure to subscribe so you do not miss that metabolic fueling guide. Stop sprinting, start walking, unlock the bro within. Now get moving.